I'm Abby,
And I'm Anna.
and this is Serious Beef.
Welcome.
You're so chipper. You were so chipper. I'm Anna.
Because I almost forgot. I was looking at the posters on the table, and then all of a sudden went, "Oh wait, that's me." I had to hurry up and answer.
Well, I'll tell
Call
you
that a
that.
good day.
So
Yeah.
we did have a good day today.
Good day.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
to see the nephew. One of them. One of two.
I got a little baby fix. So that was nice.
Little
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, and he was a happy little dude. So
Chunky.
absolutely.
Yep. He slipped through Fargo. We
Which
watched
is
Fargo.
great. We did watch Fargo.
We
Which
did.
I can't believe is not on either one of your posters. So that
I tell you
that
what,
brings us
and
to your
that-
beef.
You know what? That's
Let's-
perfect.
let's have
What a
it.
transition.
Yeah, look at us. We're professionals.
The professionals on here.
Oh, okay.
I was accused years ago, back when Nash and I had first gotten together, that I had not seen a lot of movies. And your dad is a big movie buff.
Yeah,
He
that's
really
where I
likes
get it from.
movies. Yep, you
But
like.
I feel
movies.
like we are too.
but
But
we
we,
just have seen very specific movies.
but you obviously haven't seen a lot of the movies that
Yeah.
you guys thought
I guess
she should have seen.
I had not
Back to
seen
the Future. She hadn't seen it.
I
when we
hadn't.
got together.
That's true.
The Titanic, Dirty Dancing.
Well,
What else? is
Like,
on
what
here?
I would-
I wasn't going to watch Dirty Dancing with my kid. I'm sorry.
We
This wasn't
watched.
gonna do it.
Oh,
That
we
was my
watched
sister's
the
favorite
Princess
movie.
Bride.
The Princess,
No.
but there's something bad in The Princess Bride.
Reality.
There's nothing real bad in Dirty Dancing.
I mean,
That was my sister's favorite movie.
Are you
from the
looking-
age of like 8.
The age of 8? There's some heavy topics in that one.
I know.
Yeah, but you don't
I
care
don't
about
think-
that when you're 8.
I don't
You care
think
about
Anna
the
was
dance at
ready-
the end.
I don't think Anna
She's
was.
supposed to watch the dance. What about the sex scene?
I don't think Anna was
Oh.
also ready to start to try to explain.
What about the
teenage
actual
pregnancy.
dirty dancing?
Well, and then there's
It wasn't
teenage
dirty
pregnancy.
dancing.
There's
They were just-
teenage
they were just,
non-pregnancy.
You know, dancing.
Yeah, and the abortion?
Right.
As an 8-year-old, those things don't click.
She just was sick.
I just remember all the time that was on TV. That was my sister
It-
wore that VHS.
No,
out.
your sister was only 8 when she saw that?
Yeah, that was her
person?
favorite. Like,
Well, I will tell you this. When I was in, I don't know, maybe 5th grade. So what are you in 5th grade? 10? 11?
11?
Okay.
11?
The movie Grease came out. Okay? And my sister was going to go see the movie, who she is like 4 years ahead of me in school, only 3 years ahead of me in age. But
So
whatever.
she's like 14.
Correct. So she's going to go see this. My aunt is going to take her to the movies. And I was like, nah, no fair. Wham, wham. Typical younger sister, right? Being a big whiner and crying to my mom. No fair, I want to go too. And my aunt's like, oh, I don't know. It's probably not appropriate. And my mom, I can remember my mom saying, she won't get it. And then I didn't. I didn't get it. I thought it was the most wonderful movie I'd ever seen.
we watched
and
Grease young.
my poor sister was like, I never just get a day to myself.
Yeah.
The typical oldest reaction.
I can't have anything.
So I kind of get. I was probably only 10 or 11 when I saw Grease,
Yeah.
and there's some stuff in there that's pretty inappropriate.
I just love stuff.
And but I remember I didn't get it at all, and I just loved it. Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
I don't know.
I was excited about the
remember
singing and the dancing.
I remember watching like PG-13. My first R movie, I was probably in like 3rd or 4th grade.
Oh, I think
We
I
were
was
younger.
I think I was a little more. I did
Miss Congeniality is R-rated. We watched that young.
They changed the rating to PG-13.
Well, it was R at the time.
Oh really?
But-
How old were you? Well, okay, we digress. We didn't even get to the beef yet.
No, the beef.
So
okay,
sorry.
because it was stated that I hadn't seen a lot
needed
of
a
these, like,
movie-cation.
classic, right?
Yeah.
I needed a movie-cation. I think it was Missy, your sister, got me this 100 movies bucket list poster, and it was like after you watch the movie, you got to scratch it off. It was like a little coin scratch kind of thing, and you could reveal the little picture underneath. So it's pretty good. And then I think it was even Taylor, who we had joked with about not seeing movies, because she showed me like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and she showed me 13 Going on 30, but I'd already seen that. But that movie's a great soundtrack, by the way.
It does feel good.
Love that soundtrack. It's all 80s.
It's all ladies. That's why I like it. Yeah.
But so she got me that poster, I think either for my birthday or when we were graduating or something like that. So now
The
I
second
have,
one?
Yep.
And the second one is 100 movies, also the ultimate bucket list, but these were all won an Academy Award
Yes.
in some way, shape, or form.
Yes. And or an Oscar.
Okay, that's the story. You have to write that down for leftovers.
That's a leftover.
If we have time, we'll get to it.
It's true.
So what's your beef with these posters?
I'll be honest, they're pretty good overall. But But some of these movies are bullshit. Okay. All right. I'm ready to be controversial.
I'm not gonna argue with you on some of these. I think Ash probably might even agree that some of these
The
are
Lion
absolute
King. I'm
bullshit.
just kidding. I love The Lion King.
There was
I love The
one
Lion King.
movie that Abby, that was on, I think, that list. It was an Indian movie that had like 2 parts.
Honestly,
You told me about that one.
that wasn't even
Not even
bad.
the worst.
No, that one was horrible. But you were trucking. It was like the 3.5-hour movie.
No. Okay, I know which one it is. The movie is called.
She's gonna find it. Hold, please.
No, I'm just deciding on the the pronunciation.
Translation.
Bahubali.
Yes.
Bahubali.
Each half of this movie is 3.5 hours.
Oh,
and
I
I
bailed after
watched.
45 minutes.
God. Yeah,
I
don't
watched
know.
7 hours.
Like, I'll watch 3.5 hours of like Lord of
That
the
was when we
Rings.
lived. That was when we
that
lived at
was
my
rough.
parents' house, and
Yeah.
my dad was downstairs on one of the days that you were watching. I think the second part.
No, wait, I watched them back to back. I watched the first one.
You did not.
And I did. And then people were coming over. Something was going on in the afternoon. And I took a break. I like ate some lunch or something like that. And then I went back in. And I vividly remember this because we were living at your parents. And the cats were living downstairs with us. So the door was shut. Ashley opens the door to, because it's a split level. Ashley opens the door to the basement. And all the lights are off. Like, because it was like, it had been sunny and whatnot, and so I'd been watching movies for so long, and it had gotten dark outside. I hadn't turned any of the the lights on. All of the light of Bahubali illuminates me, and I'm sitting there like,
It was such a bad movie.
and I was like, no, honestly,
I told you to bail on that movie.
that movie. Here's the thing, though.
I know she would
if-
pick that over. I know a movie on this poster you would
couple.
pick that over.
Here's the thing. That movie, if you sit through all like 7 hours of that movie of subtitles, okay,
my
because
God.
it's non-English,
And it's a
Okay.
Bollywood.
It's Bollywood.
it's a Bollywood. Get some dance numbers.
Nothing wrong with Bollywood. Yeah.
Get some dance numbers.
But, yeah.
There is a scene which I believe has made the rounds on the internet, and I didn't know that it was from this movie. But it's like they're storming like a castle or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
And so it's these guys. They're in classic like Indian garb, like traditional. Like we're going back. It's not like modern day. It's almost like a legend or something like that.
Okay.
I believe at the time it was like the highest grossing movie in Bollywood. I think it might still be. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
My knowledge is limited.
So they're
but-
storming the castle.
And now, how do they get in the castle? You may ask. They pull some palm trees down. Bend them.
I remember this part.
They bend the palm tree down, get on the one.
7 of them get on there. They all link
Let go.
arms. Nope, they all link arms. They slice the rope. Now, they're all flying through the air. They're holding arms, though. They curl themselves into a ball with their shields. They land like a little ball of shields on their feet. And then they're fighting. It's excellent.
Okay, now that's excellent.
I was like, no, I don't know if it was worth watching 7 hours of this.
For that one scene.
Because I didn't know it was a 2-parter. This doesn't say 2-parter.
It's true. It's true.
It just says Bahubali.
You could have watched the first part and been done. You
I
scratched
could
it
have,
off.
That's
but
what I
walked
told her.
away.
it ends
That's
with
what I
such a
told her.
cliffhanger.
It's limited in the cliff, isn't it?
the picture of this is a cliff.
It
The
is.
rope hanging down. But no, not the worst movie on this list.
I would say that the worst movie, you might, I'm not sure. I know that you would definitely never watch Gone with the Wind again.
Fuck that movie. Fuck Gone with the Wind. Don't get me
love
started.
Gone with the Wind.
Don't get me started with Gone with the Wind. No, I would
I love
watch.
that movie.
I would.
She
There
hates
is
that movie.
very few movies on this list that I would say I've watched it and I will never watch again. Now, I would prefer to not watch Gone with the Wind again, but I could sit through it. You know what I couldn't sit through again? 2001: A Space Odyssey.
The worst.
Fuck that movie.
And
That movie is
honestly,
3
quick
hours
apology-
of garbage.
Quick apology to anybody who loves the movies that we don't like. Everyone's
No.
entitled to their opinion.
No, they're not. Not
2001: Space Odyssey.
Nothing happened.
I really believe.
Honestly.
Stanley Kubrick,
It was painful
Love
to
The
sit
Shining.
through, I will say. Yeah, excellent. You're right, excellent.
but
The cinematography is good, but nothing happens.
No.
We watched 3 hours of nothing, and in the last half hour, there's this thing where the 2 guys are on a spaceship, and then the robot's kind of evil. Hal, you know, if you've
Yeah,
and here's the thing,
yeah.
you've seen Wall-E, it's just Wall-E.
Oh.
at the end where the robot's kind of evil and like
Yeah.
takes over. Okay, and there is one
what? True.
there is
I made
one
the
good
connection.
scene. There is one good scene where it is the two guys don't want Hal to overhear what they're saying.
Right.
So they go into like an escape pod, shut the door, and they're talking to each other. Hal cannot hear them. And now we also, the audience, cannot hear them because the camera is with Hal. And so we can't hear what they're saying. But we're zoomed in on their faces, like from the half down, and they're like obviously conversing. We can't hear them. And this guy's talking. Then we flip over to this guy. And so you realize as you're watching it, Hal cannot hear them, but he's reading their lips.
Oh.
And so he knows what they're planning now.
So he figured it out.
Best scene in the whole movie. The last, again, not the last. Like there's a section about 45 minutes maybe that's pretty good, which is this when the robot is evil, and then a guy goes through a black hole and becomes a baby. That's how the
Forgot
movie
about
ends.
that part. You're right.
Everything that isn't the robot being evil is hot garbage. We watched Cavemen. Terrible. I hated it.
Honestly,
Now,
I did too.
I will say though, I did watch that movie. There is only one movie on both of these lists. I only have 10 movies left on this one, and I
Out of
haven't
100,
counted.
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty
I
good.
haven't counted how many
She's
is over
got,
there.
you got quite a bit left.
Yeah,
over
that
here.
one I
The,
was
the
more
one that she has
incomplete.
quite a bit left on is the Oscars one.
Yeah, well, that one I got second. So,
Yeah.
but the one I have, there's only one movie on both of these that is scratched off that I have truly not watched, and that is The Notebook. I won't. Shout out Sharon. Thanks for the synopsis on The Notebook so that I didn't have to watch it. Has anyone here seen The Notebook?
I was forced to watch The Notebook.
I lived with my mother, Sharon.
Yeah, but
And
your
does
story-
she love it? Does she love it? Because honestly,
Anytime it's on,
she'll stop and watch it.
Not just stop and watch it. She has the same recording.
She'll record it.
She'll record it on the
Every
the
time.
DVD, the DVR, and it's all starts at different parts. Because she's like, well, sometimes I catch it in the middle, sometimes I catch it in the end.
I'm dead.
And
That's
so
hilarious.
she literally at one point in time had like 5 different recordings of The Notebook.
Did you just
and-
buy her The Notebook?
Does she have it on
She
DVD?
has it on DVD.
Oh, so she can pop it in whenever she wants.
She has it on Blu-ray.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So it's like, and she's like, yeah, but that requires me to get up, go downstairs, get
It's
the
true.
DVD, and bring
It's
it back
true.
up. And I was like, okay, well,
Feel
then
you.
go back downstairs, bring it upstairs, and just leave it up
Just
here.
leave it upstairs.
She's like, yeah, but then it's on my DVR, and I can just stop it. And I was like, and then she's like, also, sometimes I don't want to watch it from the beginning. I want to watch it from the middle, so I'll just watch it from the middle. And I was like, okay.
That's
And then
fantastic.
and then it was on. I think not too long ago. It was on TV, and she wouldn't let us turn the channel because she said, well, it's recording. And I literally said, Mom, don't you have like 5 recordings of it? She's like, yeah, but I don't have one starting at this spot.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Collect them all.
That's fantastic. I will tell you that I was forced to watch this movie.
Yes.
Forced.
Forced.
Because I was on a bus going to Ohio.
I know exactly where you're going. The Longer Burger Bag.
We were going to the Longer Burger Basket Factory
They
in
never
Dresden,
know.
Ohio.
Yeah, they don't know about this.
There's an office building shaped like a basket.
They don't know what Longer Burger
I-
baskets are.
No
The
way.
basket's all over my house.
I didn't know those were fancy. I just thought you got it
Expensive.
from like
You know why I have them all?
an at-home.
Do you know why I have them all? Because I taught a student whose mom sold them, and so she would give them to me for
It's
gifts.
like
and stuff.
Tupperware.
Like Teacher Appreciation Week, she would
Almost.
give me a basket on my birthday or whatever. Yeah, she was the best. I love her.
Ah.
Anyway, so we're on the trip. It's my mom and myself and another teacher that I used to work with,
Oh, some other ladies.
Nancy, and a whole busload of ladies.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I knew some of the.
Oh yeah, you probably know. It's all from Muscuda, all
Yeah.
our hometown. Okay, so we're all off. We are going to Dresden, Ohio, and we're on this charter bus kind of thing. You know what I mean? And the one lady's like,
All these ladies, we're going to the Longer Burger
Going to
Basket.
This is literally
I made
oh,
my own basket.
This is a comedy.
It
This
is.
is a comedy. Like, you know how they have the
you
I
know
Love
what it
Lucy
is?
buses where everyone dresses up like Lucille Ball and then they go to like visit all the historic
No,
spots?
I didn't
This
know
is-
this, but I'm learning.
The basket that
This is your dream.
No.
the basket in the kitchen next to my recipes basket with the little lid. That's the basket I made. Legit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you could go to the Longer Factory and you could have an actual basket maker help you make a basket. And you can make your own basket and bring it home. This is like a whole thing. We totally got off track. And so then we go. Oh yeah, that's true. We go to. Anyways, a woman says, "We have a TV. Let's put a movie in." And this other woman's like, "Yes, I brought the Notebook." And I'm like, And Nancy, who I'm sitting with, and I were all like, "Oh, we've never seen it." I looked at my mom. You ever seen? She's like, "No, I've never seen the Notebook." Okay, I've heard it's a good movie. All right, pop it in. OMG!
Everyone's sobbing by the end.
Everyone on the bus is crying. Turns out Nancy's mother-in-law is dying of Alzheimer's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just got diagnosed.
Like,
just
just
got
got
diagnosed. And she is devastated watching this movie. And now this is my mother. If you don't know, most of you may not know my mother. Listen,
Most of you.
none of you. My mother is very outspoken. If you didn't know this.
Yeah.
And the movie ends, and they turn off. Everyone's crying and sniffling, and my mother goes,
Wait. Hey, now she's taking a drink.
Hang on. My mother says, "That was a terrible movie." Who picked that movie? My mom wanted to know. She wanted names.
You're not getting along with
You're
about that.
not going to the basket making assembly. She was.
We're kicking you off the
You're getting off the bus? We were so mad. Here's the thing. Nancy and I were like, that is a horrendous movie. So the thing is, here's my beef with this movie, really quickly. The relationship between, sorry, I was like, I'm so worked up. The relationship between the two main characters, and
Ryan
is
Reynolds
so,
and Rachel McAdams.
thank you. It is so rocky, and in my opinion, so
unhealthy.
unhealthy and so negative, and just she's a total bitch, and whatever racist I think, and or whatever. I'm not sure if racist, but
Gasp.
no, she's
I think
elitist.
she's
more
elitist.
elitist.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. And he's a jerk, to her too. And it's like it's just
He's very much your brat.
yeah. But I'll stick with you anyway. Like it's just like this whole very unhealthy thing, and they fight so much, and it's so different than a relationship that I've ever had in my life or witnessed in my life. My parents were not like that. My husband and I were not like that. It was just so
There's
foreign
only
to me,
one Wayne Wilhelm.
and it just seems so terrible. And then,
It's passion.
of course, you get to the end, and the ending is so sad. But I
better
gotta
not
tell
be.
you, as I've grown older, I have come to appreciate the ending. It is still very sad. It's still upsetting. But the fact that they, spoiler alert, die together, I'm like, that's how I want to go. you know what I mean?
Murder-suicide.
Murder-suicide. Who's in? Packed? Me and Ashley.
Getting way on the phone.
Suicide.
Anyway, I kind of appreciate
I'm gonna do it, Anna.
she winks at me. I appreciate the end a little bit more and the way he cares for her, and I get that.
Sure.
I just don't like how horrible the relationship is up until when they finally get together.
I will say that the only thing that cracks me up, or not the only thing, but another thing that cracks me up about the Notebook, because again I've not watched it, and
She refuses.
I only scratched it off because Sharon gave me the synopsis.
There
Okay,
you
so
go.
she gives me the whole.
She gave you the
spiel.
oral book report.
Right, she gives me the oral book report, very detailed. I scratch it off and I go, "What the hell is a Ferris wheel have to do with it?"
This was a Ferris wheel.
She left that part out.
That was the one part she didn't tell you. Not
She's
quite
like,
as
he
detailed.
climbs a Ferris wheel. I was like, well, good, now I know.
He climbs up it to get to her.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Done.
And
So-
it's used so it's now like a little trope that happens in a lot of different rom-coms where the guy will
God.
scale the Ferris wheel or
I just
something.
got a
But you know
headache
what?
As I rolled my eyes.
Kaneki
so
does
hard.
it first in Greece. That's all I gotta
True.
say.
Yeah.
True.
He does, because he finds out the girl's not pregnant.
Exactly.
That's way
But
more
he
important.
promises he's gonna marry her anyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't think that really.
Well, here's the thing.
Probably not. We don't know.
I don't know.
I know
I don't know
Kaneki.
about that. I don't know about Kaneki.
I know
Kaneki gives me the
Kaneki.
ick.
Don't you dare ruin Greece for me.
Kaneki gotta gives me the ick. All right, here's the thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait.
The Notebook, I
So your
wouldn't
beef
watch
is
it.
with these their beef is with the not the
few.
posters,
No.
but with the movies
a couple movies
that have been included on these posters because we're like,
Again.
why are these 100 movies that you must see? But
It's over there.
there's a whole bunch of
one-on-one.
movies I'd rather watch than Lawrence of
Well,
Arabia.
then I will say
that's
that
just me personally.
This one is not just award winners, right? So
That
so
one I like better.
This one, right? So this one has Rocky and Saving Private Ryan, and
The Goonies.
I believe
Is
The
it?
Goonies
Okay.
is on here. Brokeback Mountain, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which misleading. That's 3 movies. I only get to scratch 1 box.
It's true. It's true.
But like The Lion King, The Notebook, Stand By Me. I love Stand By Me.
yeah.
Dirty Dancing, Jurassic Park, 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Goonies. There it is. Wally. Don't think Wally. should be
Wally
on
was
here.
made the 100 must sees. Interesting.
But like
I
The Big
liked it, but I don't know if I'd
Lebowski,
put it as
Rocky Horror
100
Picture
must-see.
Show.
Oh, that's.
I made you watch The Big Lebowski. That was really
and I
good.
liked it, and that
Rocky Horror is always a good one.
always, and I think that I like both of those. Those belong on the poster. But then over here you've got.
are some scratch
Where's
off
the one?
ones? What else have I
Where's
scratched
the
off?
one I was gonna say? Well, see, the thing is, I can't really. These are 100. It says Ultimate Bucket List award winners.
No,
but
no, there's some on there that are. I would definitely say you do not need to watch it. You
I
are
don't-
not missing anything. Like I believe Shape of Water's on there. You do not need to watch it.
No,
You
no,
do
that
something
was
else.
that was
That's
weird.
too soon.
That was just plain old weird.
I remember Taylor telling us that her and her mom watched that, and they hated it.
You know what? I read the book. A book. I don't know if the book was before or after the movie. Because
think
it was
it was
written by like
before.
the. It was written by like the director or something of the movie.
Oh.
And I actually really liked the book. It was so much better.
Because you didn't have to see the weird sea monster sex scene.
That's true.
I don't have to visualize it.
But the
Sounds
movie,
so bad.
yeah, no, I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, but I thought the book was really good. So
I'm
who-
looking
who
at this
knows?
list. Oh, I would not watch A Clockwork Orange again.
Never.
Absolutely not.
No,
Too disturbing.
There's a movie on here called City of God. Most people probably have not even heard of this movie.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I don't believe that movie is in English. It takes place in Rio
De Janeiro.
de Janeiro in Brazil. It is about the gangs and slums of
Oh my
Rio.
God.
And
well, that's going to be
that
terrible.
movie was like, here's the thing. I'm going to say that, like, it was good in a sense that, like, I learned a lot. And it's, like, very startling reality of what the underbelly of that city looks like, right? But also, they shot a child in that movie. That was rough. That was a rough one to get through. Most people die. Well, it follows kind of like a few stories, a few like almost, I don't want to say short stories, but it's like almost a few short little kind of glimpses. But there's one character that's kind of throughout. But you follow this one
that's
kid
rough.
is kind of present through the whole thing, and he does actually get out. He becomes a photographer and he works for the news. And
What is the name of this movie?
that I'm just describing?
Yeah.
City of God.
It's on this poster too.
Yeah, I know.
They doubled up.
It's
on it.
It's from Brazil, so it's all in Portuguese.
Oh my gosh.
And
so you have to read all
I had to read
that.
subtitles. It was like 2.5, 3
The thing
hours.
is-
That was dark.
There are some bad movies on here, in my opinion, but there are some really good movies
Oh,
on
yeah.
here too.
Oh, I mean, I had not seen 12 Angry Men. I've watched that now.
What a
Love
great
that
movie.
movie. I
What
own
a
it
great
now.
movie.
Love that
Aaron
movie.
Brockovich? Oh,
Oh, is that on that one?
yes.
Oh man, I love
it.
Aaron Brockovich.
So amazing.
There's been some surprises, right? I was kind of telling you about there's a movie called The Intouchables, not to be confused with The Untouchables.
Okay.
That one is all in French, and I was telling you it's like the older gentleman. He's kind of like quadriplegic, I believe. He really can't take care of himself. He's older, but he's not like 90, But he needs like an in-home care, giver. And then there's a black gentleman who kind of is from a poor neighborhood, and he really just needs a job, and he ends up getting hired on to do this because this guy's like really cantankerous. Nobody wants to be around him. So he's like, I need this job. And he's very much like, I'm not leaving the house. I'm not doing this. Da, da, da. And this guy's like, fuck you, we're going out. Like he
And he
gets him a
takes
wheelchair. He makes him experience all these things. He ends up introducing him to this waitress. He's like, I always eat here. And he obviously likes the waitress girl and so they start to kind of like hit it off. And then I believe the older gentleman gets him a job, gets the caregiver guy a job. Well, then he doesn't see him anymore.
Oh.
And so he's like super sad and all the stuff. And he's not going to go out. He's not going to go see the waitress. He's not going to go on a date. And so I think it's like the night that he's going to go on a date. The guy, he comes back and he takes him to the date.
So
and
that
they go,
is a good
and
movie.
it's really cute. And so he, of course, spoilers. Sorry, he gets with this woman who's wonderful with him, and they end up just staying like best friends.
Oh.
It's but it's very sweet movie. All in French. You have to listen. You have to read subtitles.
I don't mind reading subtitles. Some people do, but I
But
don't mind it.
yeah, no, but
depends on the
it was
movie.
very,
Depends on the movie, sure.
very, very cute. Like again, didn't expect it. In Bruges, stars Mad Eye Moody from Harry
Potter's
Potter
movies.
and I don't know what the other guy's name is. I would have
Colin Farrell.
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah.
They're both Irish. It takes place in Bruges, if you will. And the one guy's like he's an assassin.
Oh.
And he accidentally he makes a mistake. He accidentally kills somebody he should not have.
Okay.
And so this guy sends him to Bruges to kind of get over it. Like his boss is like the crime boss sends him to Bruges to get over it with, the guy who plays Mad Eye Moody, right? He's there with him. And so this whole thing, it is dark humor.
Oh,
I laughed.
Okay.
But I mean, there's this one part that's like, oh, that's kind of messed up, but that's actually a little bit hilarious.
Well, that's like Gross Point Blank. You ever seen that with the guy from Say Anything, John Cusack? Yeah. And actually, Joan Cusack is in it too, his sister, and it is, and Minnie Driver's in it.
Oh, I love her.
So funny.
What was that?
Gross Point Blank.
Gross Point.
It's
I
very
have
funny.
to show you In Bruges, but In Bruges was a pleasant surprise. I had never heard of that movie, and I watched it. Everybody's accent is excellent. Snatch is like almost like a heist movie kind of, and it's got Brad Pitt
Heist movies are great.
and whatnot. It's like a heist, almost like a heist gone wrong. That was excellent. I own that one now. We've had like the flea market, I think. So I
Well,
own
you've
that,
got
but-
some winners on here that
Yeah.
you haven't watched yet.
You said Amadeus.
Oh my gosh,
good.
I love that movie.
This is Spinal Tap. I've heard is very good.
I haven't seen that one yet. So
The Professional's good.
The Professional, right? Leon, The Professional is good. The Deer Hunter is good but heavy.
It is heavy.
Oh, Leon the Professional is also heavy. He's an assassin. And
There's a reason a few of these are not scratched off yet.
Wayne loves that movie.
And then he takes young Natalie
Very
Portman
young
in.
Natalie
Yeah.
Portman.
Like I
He
think she's
loves
like
that movie.
10.
It's definitely.
But
yeah, he loves.
yeah,
it.
no,
But
well,
even over here, you've got Roman Holiday, which is one of my favorite movies. With
you didn't know that.
it's oh my gosh, it's so good. What's her name? She's in My Fair Lady. Help me.
Audrey Hepburn?
Yes, Audrey Hepburn's in that one. So that one's on here, and then you've got
Breakfast. I was like, what is Audrey Hepburn's in one of these?
you've got Rain Man on here. You've got Terminator 2, which amazing.
I already scratched off the Terminator on
The first one.
poster
The second one is better. It's so good.
No, it's funny because I was talking to. I remember going over this with Dave once, and he's like, "The Terminator is on there," and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Second one's better,"
Second
but
one's
also
better.
The
It's amazing.
Godfather is on here, and he goes, "Second one's better."
Yes, really. Okay, I have to ask Wayne. I
there's
watched
a
them,
few,
but I didn't like.
trilogies or
my
sagas where the
face.
second movie is the best.
Well, it's kind of amazing because typically you wouldn't think that, right?
Because we
But
watched
I
the
will
first Godfather. It
confirm.
wasn't bad. We haven't seen
Yeah,
the second
I
one
wouldn't
yet.
watch it again.
No, but we haven't seen
Is
the second
Casino
one yet.
on that one?
Oh, I hated Casino.
I know.
That
Is
one-
it on that one?
That's tough to watch. I don't know.
There's gangster
Now, I
movies.
will
I
say-
watched.
I will
I had to
say-
watch Godfather, Reservoir Dogs, The Departed.
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. Now I'll tell you,
Those are
Scent of a
heavy.
Woman. Scent of a Woman is on here, and that's Al Pacino,
Okay.
and it is such a departure of
Okay.
Al Pacino from the what's the movie that's on
Scarface.
Netflix? From Scarface.
Oh, okay.
Or the gangster movies, his typical roles. You'll like Scent of a Woman. I thought it was good.
Goodfellas. I also watched Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
Golly.
No.
Okay, now hang on. There's a guy in Goodfellas that's also in Casino, I believe. Two guys, I think. And the one guy I know is in a movie called My Cousin Vinny.
Yes.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, My Cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny
I
is
want to
awesome.
see that movie.
Now, how is it? That's not on here, and
No.
that won an Academy Award.
I know.
Marissa Tomei won the
Hold on,
Academy
write it
Award
down.
for that.
My cousin Vinny is hilarious.
Who is the guy? Because
Oh.
he's in the movies where they go through. He's okay. He's hilarious. This guy's hilarious. Oh, I can't think of his name.
Joe
And
Pesci.
It's Joe Pesci, and he does they fuck you in the drive-through.
No.
He does that. No, no, that's from.
Got all excited.
That's with Mel Brooks and Danny Glover. It's a cop series. They did a whole bunch of them. And he's in the backseat of the car, and they go to the drive-thru, and his food's all wrong, and he's like, "Go back."
Danny Glover. I know what you're
They're
talking
like, "They
about.
fuck you in the drive-thru." He's like, "No, you're not gonna come back."
We say that.
We say that. We say that all the time. Yes, that
That's
is
so
Joe
funny.
Pesci. That is Joe Pesci.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. There's a whole series
yeah.
of Lethal Weapons with Mel.
They're coming
Mel
out with a
Brooks.
new one.
No kidding. I said Mel Brooks. Mel Gibson.
I believe they're coming out with.
I
a new
knew it
one.
couldn't have been Mel Brooks.
Yeah, those were when Dan and I were young. We watched those all the time, and Joe Pesci was our favorite because he would always be so funny in those movies. But yeah, he's hilarious.
Well-
you should watch My Cousin Vinny. It's a great.
So again, my beef is necessarily with the posters. My beef is, honestly, my beef is just with whoever the fuck. I know who did it, but whoever made 2001: A Space Odyssey.
That's for me. Well,
terrible.
Well, it's not just that one because, like I said, you were not a fan.
We watched Apocalypse
Of-
Now. Do you remember watching that with Dad? Hated it.
Hated it.
Hated
I'm
it.
sorry. The best thing in the entire movie
Was the end.
no, when he said it's fucked up. It's so stupid.
No, I mean when it ends.
When it finally is over. The part where he says, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. That's
Yeah.
it. You can turn it off. And that's all you need to see. The rest
Isn't
of it.
that one that also has da 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 da?
Yes, it's the Fly the Valkyrie,
Yep.
and it's the.
Yep.
Okay, well, do you want to get a copyright claim?
Exactly. Stop that.
We're gonna get sued.
Now,
Oh.
against popular opinion, I'm going to tell you this one over here. I did not like this movie.
What is it?
The Bridges of Madison County.
Oh.
They even made a goddamn musical of that shit. If it ever comes to Fox, I'm not going. Okay?
I'm not going.
I know this is not, again, a popular opinion, but I did not like that movie. And it is Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep. Two actors that
Oh.
I really like.
Yeah.
But this movie was so sad.
You know what?
I didn't like it.
No. And let me tell you something.
It made me very unhappy.
Also,
Clint
I wanna just
Eastwood-
throw this out there. Ride of the Valkyries is 100% copyright free.
Oh, sweet. Go for it, Ashley.
Da, 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 da.
Now I want to say, maybe I won't cut the whole thing out, but I'll cut a little bit. Now I will say, we're reaching about the halfway point.
Okay,
So
okay.
we might need to
Let's move
switch
on
up.
to other things.
But I will say that Clint Eastwood is in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which I did watch, and
Yeah.
I would rather never watch that again. But I'll tell you what I love. Me and my father both love.
They're one of your faves.
She can't remember the I almost said Butch. It's because I almost said Butch
That's
Cassidy.
because you hate that one.
And it's not that I'm looking at that movie. That movie is so good until the end. Till the end. Either decide to kill them or don't. Don't just freeze frame. Why are you fucking kidding me? What is this, an 80s movie? Get out.
My sister loved that movie, and I was like, what the fuck? I was so mad.
Is it Boulder?
No. I love Boulder.
We do love Boulder.
What
no, no, no.
is that fucking movie called? The Outlaw Josie Wells.
That's it. Outlaw Josie Wells.
I love the Outlaw
Yeah,
Josie
Dad
Wells.
loves
Also
it. Dad
love
loves those movies.
something. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Valance, yep.
That
You
was
guys
great.
have a Western.
No. That's the end of the
No,
list.
just a couple. Honestly, just a couple.
I
Because
got
I
the
normally
Western
don't.
kick for like a little bit when I was going through some. Because it was when I was laid up. Because
Watched a
when
lot
I
of movies.
watched a lot of movies, and so I
That's
go
why I
through.
was surprised when they were like, "If you watch enough movies," I'm like, "You don't even know the movies we
No,
watched."
The movies she watched are either one she's already seen and she just really likes to watch
I
them,
watched Johnny
or-
Dangerously.
or they are very, very old, not like top of the line, like everyone say cult classic
I'm
movies.
sorry. Do you have a problem with Flash Gordon?
Are you kidding with me? That's a classic.
It
Classic.
would
I
not.
met
You
him.
would not say that. Like
Flash.
when people are like, "Oh my god, you know a movie that is a must see. Everyone who can watch movies ever."
Yes, it is a must
Flash-
see.
No,
Flash
no,
Gordon.
that would never show up on a popular list.
It is a cult classic.
maybe
You
it's
need
not,
to watch
Maybe
Flash
they
Gordon.
don't know popular movies.
Well,
All right.
I don't
Well,
know. It's
I was
Maybe
saying
Same with like Johnny
a movie-
Dangerously. A lot of people do not know Johnny Dangerously.
Well, those people are missing out.
I was thinking about taking a smoke.
smoke.
That's a glitch,
An ashtray, Johnny. I was thinking of taking a smoking.
Wait. Do it in the Irish accent.
I just did.
No, you
You
didn't.
did.
Close enough.
No, well, you didn't.
I don't want to get copyrighted.
I'm ready for doing an Irish accent. Folks,
never know.
Folks, put this down for leftovers. Ashley can confirm. Abby does accents pretty
Yes.
well. She does them pretty well, actually.
Certain accents.
I can't do any accents.
Usually they just start to run together after a certain
They do.
point.
They do.
They
She started off
usually
pretty strong.
always end up Boston.
Or Irish.
Which is usually it used to be British. It was
It's
a
true.
little kind of.
but
We've been on a Boston kick.
it's
lately.
pretty funny. She should have
Yeah.
been a voice actor, I think.
No,
On the side, you could have been.
not for me.
All right, well, let's move on. Can I do my
Hold
skinny,
on
my
a
scoop, my
minute.
poo?
Yes.
Okay. So, here's my skinny, my scoop, my poo.
Accents.
You ready?
Ready.
20-year-old Zachary Kingsbury, boy, first name and last name, began his day as the protagonist of a stoner comedy by getting pulled over with a car full of drugs on a beachfront road
Oh shit.
in Surf City, North Carolina. The officer spotted the stash, which was just kind of sitting there,
Oh,
out
God.
for all to see, and ordered Kingsbury out of the car. That's when the officer explained to the Charlotte Observer the young man fled the scene on foot and onto the beach, and then proceeded into the ocean. Okay, so now
Bold decision.
it's fair to wonder just how far one might expect to get with such an escape strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, most of us would think he's not going to get very far, right? The answer is he got surprisingly far.
Oh.
The police quickly dispatched a drone with a 60-minute flight time to monitor his progress. The drone ran out of juice before he stopped going. Okay.
That man said, "I'm going Forrest Gump."
That man was
right.
sponsored by the Energizer Bunny.
He was thousands of feet offshore. Okay.
He just swam?
They lost sight. He was just plowing through the water, they said. He was just swimming like a crazy man, right? And there was a shark following him at one point.
Oh my god.
Didn't even seem to notice it. Just kept going.
He outswam it.
He barely did. The shark got tired of chasing him. Okay. Anyway,
Fast food.
they at this point, once they've lost visual of him,
Ashley's eyes were bugging out of her head.
fast food episode. I just got that.
No, Ashley's eyes are bugging out of her head. She's living in, this is a nightmare for
Well,
her.
once he got out of sight, they couldn't see him anymore. They send the Coast Guard, I guess, out to try to find him. Right?
Why didn't they send?
Well, they didn't find him, but the idiot then, it says literally the word, the winded idiot turned up 3 hours later on a completely different beach and was taken into custody. And when they asked him why he went into the ocean, why did he think he could escape that way? He was so high, he thought he was Aquaman. That's my tie into the movies.
Oh my God.
He's so high. He was like, I'm Aquaman.
I thought that you were saying that he was the star of a movie that had like drugs in it.
No, it was.
And that they were like fake.
They
I
were
was like,
saying-
why
they were
did
saying
he
they-
run?
No, it could have been.
Just explain.
They were saying
Tell me the
that
movie.
it could have been. He could have been the star, the protagonist.
I mean, with that type of like swimming speed and stuff, you could be Aquaman.
Anyway.
That man was Aquaman.
He was for just a little bit there.
Wait a minute.
He said,
Wait a minute.
"Fuck you, shark. Fuck you, Coast
Fuck
Guard.
you.
I'm going."
Off I go.
Super secret sauce.
Oh, we gotta do. Okay, my scoop poop is over.
That was excellent.
What is?
That was excellent.
What is? That was pretty
Ash,
much-
give us a secret sauce.
Today's super secret sauce is white wine reduction sauce.
Oh, white. Stop slinging your microphone around. It's gonna make a noise. White wine reduction
Russian sauce. I've never made it. Have you made that?
Yes, I have. It's actually really delicious.
Is that what you put on the special chicken?
No.
The special.
Well, I
That's
mean,
all
that,
we call it. I don't know what it's
It's
called.
a white wine reduction sauce. Yeah. So yeah.
Wow.
She makes, we call it special chicken, and then we call it simple pasta. Both of these things have actual names, but one.
The pasta is pasta di aglio.
I can see why you call it simple pasta.
The chicken.
The roly-poly-olio.
The chicken isn't. The chicken doesn't have a fancy name. Like, it doesn't have a name other than it's a like when you take a full chicken and then just baked in the oven till the skin gets all crispy. And then you make a white wine sauce that you just, it's like a pan sauce
Oh my
that you
God.
just pour on it.
Yummy.
We,
Okay,
okay,
wait.
the first time she made this, the sauce, I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about
When you eat
this.
it with the chicken, it's
Oh.
perfect. When you eat it by itself, it tastes like vomit.
It grows
The sauce tastes like vomit
it's-
if
it-
you drink it
no.
by itself?
first, okay?
Yeah.
Because now
It's the
she's
acidity.
tweaked
It's
it a
the
little
acidity.
bit.
Oh, okay,
She's
okay.
tweaked it a little bit. Doesn't quite. The first time she made exactly as it said. It was so acidic that it
Gotcha.
was like,
Gotcha. Too much.
this is not good.
Because you have
We were
white
like,
wine,
we're not gonna
you-
like
you,
this.
You need to use like a really nice dry cooking wine.
Gotcha.
And so you pour that in, you like cook it down with shallots, garlic, a little bit of like butter and whatnot, and
Think
it
of
makes like
Ash.
this really, really nice pan sauce, and it's very quick. But like I said, because it has all of that white wine in it, it can get very acidic. But when you pair it with just a plain like chicken, like I did, with the crispy skin and just salt and pepper, it just
It just works.
There's
Somehow.
the fat in the chicken
Yeah.
is fat is basic.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
on the
Well, if you don't know,
pH
listener,
scale.
Ashley's a really good cook.
Ashley's an amazing cook.
She made. What did you made them from scratch? The cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah,
This morning.
This
This
morning
morning.
I made carrot cake cinnamon rolls.
Carrot cake cinnamon
with
rolls.
Oh my
homemade
cream cheese icing.
Cream cheese icing.
They were
Oh my
delicious.
God.
They're like
Delicious.
Cinnabon
They're
size.
huge.
Yeah.
My cinnamon rolls come from Pillsbury.
Hey, those are good too.
This is the first time I don't bake. This was the
Ashley's not a baker.
first bake.
I do bake better than I cook, so yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tuna
It's
casserole.
Also,
like-
Abby got to see. Abby sees what happens when I bake. It just turns into a disaster.
Well, we have a good partnership. I'll bake, Ashley cook. We're
Yeah.
good.
I told J Dog about some classic.
Did you tell her about the tuna noodle casserole?
No, told her about the tuna less. I was talking to J Dog about how Ash is a really good cook. Ash made like pesto chicken pasta. And so yeah, she's like, well, that sounds amazing. And I was like, it is. And then I talk about how Ash is a really good cook or whatever. And I said, you got to get yourself an Ashley. Everybody should.
It's true.
I said, I forget what we were talking about. And
Then she went on to talk about how her mother is a terrible cook.
I said, I'll eat most things. I said, let me tell you something. I grew up on tuna noodle casserole.
I love tuna noodle casserole.
And
Sam
lima
I both
beans.
Love it. Are you going to tell what happened to the tuna noodle casserole?
You forgot to put the tuna in it.
I did.
We're eating it. Oh, she had never heard of put a little potato chip on top.
Yeah.
She was like, what?
You got to
I was
keep
like,
your noodles from getting dried out.
Yeah. She was like, we don't do that. We never done that. I was like, I know. When we eat it on a saltine. She goes, saltines, adventurous.
Always have the saltine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
We were eating, and I'm like, this doesn't taste right.
taste right.
Something's wrong here.
The egg noodles, the cream mushroom soup.
Well, your dad's like, did you put cream mushroom soup in it? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you put a little milk in it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you put the tuna in it? No.
We look over with cans of tuna on the counter.
Didn't put the tuna in. So we had tuna-less noodle casserole.
It was
like
awful.
My
It was awful.
My problem this week was I had ground turkey that I already cooked up with all the seasonings on it.
Zucchini's
I had
ready.
the zucchini,
Yeah.
and I was like, what can I do with zucchinis? So basically, I was like, what spices do I got? I had cumin and I had paprika. Threw that in there, and then I had ground shredded cheese and quesadilla shells. So I made myself a
Tortillas, if you will.
Because
Quesadilla
literally,
Tortillas.
well, if you didn't know, Italian seasonings normally, like if you don't add the thyme and rosemary, which I never really do, I just use oregano. If you do like onions, oregano, cayenne pepper, and garlic,
There you go.
that's also everything in Mexican seasoning blend, like
Well,
a taco
yeah, I guess
blend. So then all you have to do is add the paprika and cumin into it, and then there you go. You have like a taco blend.
Okay, we got a little off. Back on the movies, we watched Fargo today, which
We did.
was not on the list.
How is it not on the posters?
I know, it's good. It's by the same guys who make The Big Lebowski.
It's
the
been
Coen brothers.
recommended to me multiple times. I was like, okay, let's watch Fargo.
It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was fun.
wild. It was a wild ride, but
Yeah.
we laughed multiple
Yeah.
times. It's really good.
Also, Ann and Abby saw Fargo. I
That's
did
true.
not watch Fargo, but I thought they watched Argo,
Which is on the poster.
which is on the poster.
I mean, puts
but
an
a
F.
different movie.
Right in that. You're right. Just put an F in
F.
front of
Yeah,
in front of
done.
Argo. Done.
Easy.
I don't even know
No,
what
that was
Argo
it.
is.
Was good. It was
Affleck.
not what I was expecting. Everybody with a Minnesotan accent and
The accents actually alone are worth the watch. It's fantastic.
It
To hear
jumps from,
Frances McDermott talk with this Fargo, North Dakota
Ooh, you
accent.
betcha there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's
so.
It's like, oh man, triple homicide. And it's like,
Do you have a phone? You think? And the way she
you
says
have a
it.
phone, you think?
It was so cute. It was.
Yeah,
really
it
Sounds
nice.
like all my aunts and uncles up there.
Yes.
Probably.
It does. Okay, so we've got, well, look at us go. That was Fargo. So that movie's not on here. Sad. But we've got a few other movie related topics written down.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, I do too. When you were little,
Okay.
we took you. Well, the first movie we took you to, you were 3, and we went to see the live action
101
101
Dalmatians.
Dalmatians, and then you had for your third birthday party, you had the whole
Dalmatian.
Dalmatians theme, and it was so cute.
Excellent.
And you were so good in the theater. You were just like
This is
amazed,
not even the Junior Mix
just
catastrophe.
amazed. No. This was prior to the Junior Mints catastrophe. And then we took you to. It was just you, because Sam must have been too little. Sam must have stayed with
Loser.
Grandma or something. But we took you to the drive-in for this first time.
Excellent.
And I remember the movie was The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And we get your little lawn chair out. We pull up, we park, we get your little lawn chair out. And,
My
pull out.
tiny little launcher.
And you're just like, you see the huge screen, and then you see there's a playground, and you're like, we're going to watch a movie outside? And we're like, yes. And then you're like, can I go play on that playground? And we're like, yes. You play on the playground while you wait, and then when it gets dark, the movie will start. She's like, and we're going to watch the movie here outside? And you were like amazed.
Yes.
Amazed by the whole thing. So we go play, you come back, you get in your little chair, we're like, okay, sit down, here's your drink. You get your little cup,
Yeah.
your little popcorn. And you just sat there eating your popcorn, staring at the big screen.
Yeah.
The movie, of course, Wayne and I were like, this looks a little dark. And we were like, I don't know if she even has a clue what's going on here.
Yeah.
Right?
Fun fact. The Sky Drive-In Theater, Skyview,
Skyview.
just got voted one of the best drive-in theaters in the United States.
It did.
Also, fun fact, Ash and I had our second day of the Skyview Drive-In.
Did you really? I have a little miniature.
Well, when they
I
had
did.
their-
I made the time little
Oh,
diagram.
oh, yeah, you're right. I remember that.
Yeah.
We had that. We were gonna go
That's
for
on Facebook.
1 year when my brother was down, and we were gonna. Mary was down, and then a whole bunch of us. I don't know who it was. My whole family. We were gonna go for like their 100th anniversary or something. And it was, remember, it was packed.
Yeah.
Backed up
We were
around.
talking about going.
Backed up around the place. And how old were you, Abby? You were young.
Not that young. I think I might have graduated.
Whatever anniversary it was, they were so packed that we couldn't get in, and we were all so disappointed. We had like 3 or 4 cars of us because it was Johnny, and it was Kit, and it was us, and then it was
I think
Dan
this
and
was, like,
family.
this
and
might have been, like,
Tom. It was a whole bunch of us. We were all
10 or
going to
12
go.
years ago.
And we get there, we can't get in.
No.
They're already full to capacity. So we go home. We go back to my mom and dad's house. And we're like, oh man, what are we going to do now? My brothers go in the house, bring out an old box TV
With the built-in VHS
that
player.
my parents had. We put in the VHS tape. The first year we did it was 2013.
There you go. I was graduated.
You were. Somehow my parents still have a box TV. They bring it out, set it up on the porch.
What mattered was that it had the built-in VHS because we didn't have to bring out all the other shit.
Right. We set up our lawn chairs because we had them. We were going to the drive-in. Yeah. We pop in Clue, which is Abby's, I think, all-time favorite movie.
It absolutely is. Which we had because it was one of the few movies we had on VHS.
Still had on VHS. And we all sat in the backyard. We got our snacks out that we were taking to the drive-in and watched Clue in the backyard
on this tiny
of my
little
parents'
TV.
house.
Do you have a picture of that? Because I could post
I
that on
honestly
Facebook.
don't know if I don't. That's too. I might not have taken a picture
Gasp.
of that one. And so we dubbed it the Redneck Drive-In because here we are, my parents' backyard watching Clue on this little.
It's kind of yard
at 10 o'clock at night. Somebody
on,
was
shut the
mowing the
fuck
lawn.
up.
Yeah, it was crazy. But so now it's kind of a tradition every year. My family gets together.
Yeah,
and we do.
We've only missed a couple years because of
heat or whatever.
heat or
people
COVID.
didn't come to town. COVID, we didn't do that year. But yeah, now we spruce it up. We get the projector and the
Because
screen.
you can check it out from the library.
Check it out from the library.
Love the library.
Love the library.
Give me a fucking library card.
Yep. So yeah, we've done this 13 times.
Yes, because one year we did a double feature.
We did. So yeah, I think COVID was the only year we missed, honestly.
Yeah.
But
name a few.
and I will tell you, we watched Flash Gordon one year, and that was a fan favorite.
I met Flash Gordon.
We met him.
We met him.
We did.
Behind me because we're not recording at your house right now. We're at mine.
Yep.
Behind me on our little gallery wall, which I guess could also be a picture. On my little gallery wall, I got a picture of Flash Gordon movie poster, and it's signed by Mr. Flash Gordon, whose name is Sam something. I don't know what his last name is.
Who played
Can't
Flash
read
Gordon?
it.
Who played Flash Gordon?
Who plays Flash Gordon?
It's true.
Because we surprised Sam because I think it was on her birthday. He was at one of the local comic book shops. This guy was, and his name is Sam.
Yep.
And in the movie Flash Gordon, he's the quarterback for the Jets, and Sam likes the Jets.
Sam Jones.
Yeah.
Sam Jones.
Yes, and Sam likes the Jets because she loves their cheer.
J-E-T-S,
Jets,
Jets,
Jets, Jets. And I'm embarrassed
I know.
that she likes the Jets. But anyway, we take a Jets shirt.
We did.
We get him to sign that.
He signed it. He
We all
signed.
got little posters signed.
Yeah, I love it.
He was great. He was a hoot.
He was super nice.
Yes, we had a blast.
He was super nice.
Yeah.
And very down to earth guy.
But yeah, that was that. Flash Gordon was a fan favorite. We've watched Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles. We love a good Mel Brooks.
Dr. Strangelove.
We
which
watched
is
Dr.
on this
Strangelove.
list as well.
That one was
Love
weird.
That is a weird movie, but it's a slow.
Or rides the nuke
He
out
rides
of the
the
plane.
Spoiler. Or how.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
And because it's
hilarious.
called Doctor Strangelove, and then there's more. It's like
Or how
I stopped worrying and learning to love the bomb,
bomb.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it was
hilarious.
amazing.
So then we watch What's Up, Doc, which is Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal.
Yes.
Hilarious movie.
And I'm out of order because for the
Very
first
young,
4
Madeline
or
Kahn.
5 movies we watched, all of them had Madeline Kahn.
It's
in it,
true. And we love
which is
her.
hilarious.
It's true.
But we've watched.
And then I take that back. We have not done this 13 times because in 2019 we were planning to do it, and your dad had a heart attack, so we
that
couldn't
bastard.
do it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Then in 2020, pandemic, couldn't do it. So 2 years we couldn't
2
do
years
it.
we
The
did
next
miss.
year, then we did Johnny Dangerously, Ghost in the Invisible Bikini. That was a big hit.
Yeah.
But that movie's a hoot. Kung Fu Hustle, hilarious
Excellent.
movie. This just past year,
What did we
year,
watch last
one
year?
of the best ones. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' younger brother. Once again, Madeline Kahn and G. Wilder. Hilarious.
And,
the guy
Marty-
from what's his name?
Marty Feldman?
Yeah,
Yes.
is that who it is? Yeah, who's in Young Frankenstein?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit more weird.
Weird as
Laugh-
hell, hilarious.
That-
It's just the most ridiculous movie, and we all loved it. It was hilarious.
Obviously, we have a theme.
Can you tell we like old Well, comedy
cheesy.
for one. It's got to be a comedy. It's
Well, because it's
something
everybody-
old,
the
something
thing is,
cheesy,
like-
something nobody you guys haven't seen. Is kind of what we started off
Sometimes.
doing. Yeah. So.
But we watched some good
but it's
ones.
a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, but we usually watch something old that's funny. But because we've got the youngest people watching it now, I guess they're all over 21 now.
Yeah, everybody's old enough that we can watch whatever we want now. But,
they were
we had to kind of keep
younger-
it clean when everybody was young.
They were
right?
younger, but then also we have your parents, who were both over 80. So
Yeah.
we got a wide audience.
Anyway,
We
But
need
anyway.
to watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist. That's the one that we need to watch for the next drive-in.
what is it?
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
I have not seen that. I've
He
never
has
seen
nunchucks that are
Man.
actually made out of
What are they?
wood
Groundhog?
chucks.
Oh, woodchucks. Woodchuck
Because-
nunchucks. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's excellent.
The
Is
thing
that
it's
an Elijah recommend?
No, this is me and my sister used to watch this.
Oh, okay.
So they spoof off of like dubbed
That's
kung fu
hilarious.
movies.
Right.
So, whenever they're dubbed over, the mouths never match up.
Never.
Well, this is an English movie that specifically doesn't match,
On
doesn't
purpose.
match the mouths.
Like moving a mile a minute, and then it's just sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh,
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
We thought about doing this as like, a whole episode, doing some, because none of us really believe in like the zodiac kind of stuff,
no.
horoscope.
But it's funny. It's fun to,
Yeah, but we thought about looking up some goofy ones, and so I've made we were gonna maybe do an episode that was focused around this, but then we're like, it might get a little boring to just do one after the other.
Yeah. Let's just
So-
say whole bag statements.
So now I've
Let's
got
just do one.
a pile of them to go through. So I think this might be a new segment.
Okay.
We'll
see how it goes.
I did
over.
write down.
We'll see what people think.
I wrote down horoscope, WHORE, horoscope, but
What's
I don't
your
know
horoscope?
What's your horoscope?
Okay.
But really, it's just rom-coms based off your zodiac sign this time around.
Okay. Let's go through it.
Since we're doing movies. All right. Should I just start at the top here?
Well,
Should I start as
let's go.
Aquarius or Aries?
We don't care.
Okay, we'll go with Aries.
Go for it.
Okay, Aries, your 10 things I hate about you. Aries is March 21st through April 19th. This is just where the zodiac
We're
starts.
starting, with March.
Aries, that's just where it
Ish.
starts. I don't get to fucking
okay.
choose.
So
I don't
we're
get
going to end with
She's going
Aquarius.
alphabetical
Again,
order.
Aries, no, I'm not. Aries is March 21st to April 19th.
So that
on.
one is
10 things I hate about you.
10 things I hate about you.
Congratulations.
Okay. All right, gotcha. That's
Taurus. April 20th to May 20th. Yeah, you're Moonstruck.
Ooh, I love that.
Moonstruck.
Snap
Moonstruck.
out of it. I
Um,
love that movie. Just watched it the other day.
Gemini.
Share.
Gemini, May 21st through June 21st. This is Sam.
So Sam.
While you were sleeping.
Oh, that's one of her favorites. So that's
It is.
very appropriate.
Man,
Love that movie.
glad we put this
Sandra
together.
Bullock. I can't remember the rest of the people's names, but it's
Hey,
great.
listen, if we're going through this and you get the notebook, know that I know what your star sign is and I hate
I have a
you.
problem with you.
we got beef. Cancer, June 22nd to July 22nd is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, perfect.
Classic.
Mahogany falls in that range.
Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd. This
Okay.
is your sister.
Your sister, your grandma.
13 going on 30.
Okay. Cute movie.
As we talked-
Going on third.
Nope, that's not the song.
Who's in that? Is it Jason?
Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, is that you're right. You're right.
Great soundtrack.
I was thinking of
80s.
27 Dresses. That's Jason Mraz. Is it? Not Jason.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Marsden.
Marsden. Yeah.
And Katherine Heigl.
James Marsden.
James Marsden. Thank you. I got it.
Jason.
I mixed that up like 3 ways or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we
All right. We're gonna speed through these. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd.
Okay.
You're Princess Bride. The Princess Bride. Ashley doesn't like that movie. She's wrong.
Not wrong.
Libra.
Opinion.
Libra, September 23rd to October 23rd. Clueless.
Clueless. That's a cute one.
No. Scorpio, October 24th through November 21st. Down with Love.
Oh, I love Down with Love. That's such a great
I
one.
love Down
Just
with
missed it.
Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st.
My sister and I are both Sagittarius.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Capricorn, December 22nd through January 19th. That's me and Ashley.
Yeah, both of you guys.
She's the man.
She's
the
the
man.
man.
I love that
Awesome.
Aquarius.
Just put the tampon
Aquarius.
in
God damn it. Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. 27 dresses. 27
That
dresses.
should have been Groundhog's Day.
Catherine Cagle.
Kegel? Catherine Gale.
No. And okay, last but probably least, Pisces. Nobody in this room is a Pisces, so I can insult them. February 19th through March 20th, 4 weddings and a funeral.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's me, Madre.
Excellent. Oh, your mom's?
There you go.
You should have put the Notebook. She would not. She would have been happy with that. It should have been the Notebook. Damn.
The
She
6
would've put 'em.
recordings. and
So,
That's
Blu-ray.
hilarious. I still can't get over that. That's hilarious.
listener, let us know if you like that. Also, listener, since there's only one of you, let us know what your zodiac is, so we could only have to do ours.
Can you remember the secret sauce?
And
Don't say it again.
remember the secret sauce, or else.
Or
That's our
else.
zodiacs. I think. Let's see. I think we only got. We'll hold off on the Academy versus the Oscars story.
You don't have time to
There's
get
no
in
time. There's no time.
I think there's plenty of time.
And I got because we have 2 more things we're gonna do. Number 1 is we were watching The Nephew today. Now we watched Fargo while he was sleeping.
He was sleeping.
But before that, we were watching Hey Bear on YouTube, which is
Oh
these
my
dancing little
gosh.
fruits on a
So
black
once he told
background.
us to put on Hey Bear. I have never seen this or heard of it
He
before.
loved it.
And I get why he loves it because it is
And
kind of
it's very
mesmerizing.
contrasting.
It is. The colors
It's
are.
the black background with all of the color. Like,
and then
the
out
colored
comes all these fruits or vegetables.
Veggies.
And they're real cute. They
There
got
are
little.
fruits.
They got little pink cheeks and little eyes and mouth, and they just kind of dance
The
around
apple
or
had these
bounce.
beautiful eyelashes.
That apple has a tiara on.
There is a
I've
party.
seen Hey Bear.
There is a party one. There's a party one.
We watched the
So they all
party.
had party hats.
And here comes the apple with the tiara, and I was like, "Oh my god, the apple gets a tiara! It's so cute."
Strawberries had little crowns.
They did. Out comes the avocado in a dinosaur, dragon
yeah.
suit,
And then who came out?
and then came the little orange slice. Oh
No. Orange, cut in half.
It is
Bisected.
You're right. It's bisected, and she has this most beautiful little
Flower crown.
flower crown or something on
Almost.
her.
Like little pom poms.
Yeah, little pom poms all around on the top, and I literally gasped. I was like, oh, "Look at the orange!
Wait, and then when she's
She's
like,
beautiful! She's beautiful!"
I think you guys enjoyed Hey Bear more than Nathan.
At this point, Nathan is asleep. We're still watching it.
well, because we wanted to take a picture. Like, we're going to talk about this.
We have to talk about this. We got to get a picture of the orange. You're gonna agree with me. She's
So
beautiful.
we're waiting for the orange to come. No, she's not coming out. Okay, here's avocado, the strawberries, the
They're all
blueberries,
coming out.
the I don't know, radishes and the little glasses.
And then they were like on like a trampoline because they would bounce up from the bottom of the screen, and the little strawberries all did like little flips, and we were like, oh, look at
Whoa!
that.
But then,
Yes.
and then the orange, and we both, there she is, there she is. And you,
I took a picture with
so both of us on the face like, she was beautiful.
She was beautiful.
Beautiful. All right, last thing I
then
got.
we just cracked ourselves up. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
And then we're like, okay, turn this off. Turn on Fargo.
so
Let's
we'll
go.
have to. We gotta include the orange.
Yes.
The last thing I got is slightly movie related because it's in a Winnie the Pooh movie.
Oh,
We were watching.
Okay.
We used to watch this growing up. Now,
I've
not
never watched
the
Winnie the Pooh.
not the main movie. You know, there's Winnie the Pooh, 100 Acre Woods, whatever. The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, I think, is what it's called. That's what most people have watched.
I think it's in there somewhere.
it's a spin-off movie. It's like a side movie.
Well,
I have no idea.
They
what movie
talk
it's in.
about it, I think, in the books. I mean, if you go.
Oh well, yeah. They do like stick races.
They're
on a
standing in the
bridge.
middle of a bridge. You drop your stick, or they drop their stick, and it's Eeyore and Winnie the
Piglet,
Pooh and
yeah.
Christopher Robin, and they drop their
Stick.
You
Go to the other side.
dash over to the side, look
and you
down,
watch.
and whoever stick comes under first
Wins.
is the winner. How they knew whose stick was there? Maybe they had spread out.
Well, we knew.
Spread it.
I
we
mean,
did. We were able
You
to.
you pick a stick that's identifiable.
I guess
Maybe
that's
one that's got a
I guess
leaf or
that's
something. And then, so we went up to Edwardsville for Olivia's senior thesis. She had to do a project for this area on campus.
Called the garden.
Called the garden.
Yeah, and because her major is like with environmental science and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so she planted. She got to pick out and they purchased this X amount of trees and plant them around the garden. So she wanted to show us her little baby trees that are growing
Yep.
all around the garden.
That was great.
So we went up for a day and we actually had really nice weather and just kind of walked around the whole thing. It's very, very pretty.
Yes.
And sure enough, we crossed this little, I guess it's really a lake. It was like
Yeah.
a lake, a little body of water
Yep.
there. And there's a bridge. And so I was like, oh, we have to do stick races. Well, we couldn't find any sticks.
No. And there was barely a breeze, which was kind of pushing the water.
It's
a little
true.
bit.
And there was
Barely a breeze. So we find a couple of pine
Pine
cones.
cones.
So Abby and I do pine cone race.
We're surrounded by trees. Not a stick
Not a
to be
stick.
seen.
No, couldn't find a stick. Plenty of pine
Pulling
cones.
off the tree.
Well, no, we couldn't.
Couldn't reach. But anyway, so I have
So
to
we
run
do a
back.
pine cone. We do a pine cone race. We drop our pine cone. Mine wins. Okay. So then we go. We're gonna kind
Took
of.
forever. Because
It
it's
did.
not a
'Cause
Russian
there's literally
river.
no. It's not a river, and there's no breeze. So we're like, oh my god! Finally, it came through. So we're like, yeah. So we kind of walk around this other area, and then we go. We're gonna have to go back over the bridge to go back. And Liv says, okay, let's do it. I want to do it.
Yeah.
So we get 3 pine cones. This is for you and me and her. And
We go, okay,
we line up on the bridge.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, drop.
We drop.
Olivia
Spikes her pine cone into the water, throws it as hard as she can, and she goes, I win. And we just stood there dying
What?
laughing because we're like, what are you talking about? It's just like, mine hit the water first. We're like, that's not how you play this game. Like, it's gonna float under the bridge. And she she did not like Winnie the Pooh. That is her first mistake. She never watched
Number one.
Winnie the Pooh as a kid. You and Sam liked it. She didn't like it. We never watched it. So she didn't know the object of the game.
Yep.
So of course when she spiked it, hers like flung out. Was way far away. So we run, of course, we go over to the other side of the bridge. Mine comes under first. Hers is last.
I lost
I won again. Hers, Lil's was last. But we're just standing there laughing our ass
I
off.
was
You had such aerodynamics.
like she was gonna throw
Oh
it
no,
to
she
the other
just
side
like
of the bridge.
spikes it into the water. We rolled. We're like, no, that's not how
That
we
is
play.
not how we play the game.
So yeah, so we did pine cone races
Pine
and
cone
stick races.
races.
Couldn't find any sticks.
I'll post a picture of the
But it was a
pine
good
cone
time. It was a beautiful day. So we
It
did have a good
was.
time.
Oh man,
man,
oh
that was
man.
funny.
I mean, I think we covered some good information. I hate The Notebook,
If you
and I hate 2001. I mean, the Notebook is, maybe I shouldn't say I hate it because I refuse to watch it.
That's true.
But I hate 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I don't like that movie either.
I
Yeah.
want to fight somebody.
Not
I want to find someone and
A
fight
lot
them.
of people who say they love that movie, no offense, a lot of them are pretentious.
Okay.
Well, someday we will talk about Rolling Stone's sci-fi movies list. We had heard about this listening to 105.7 The Point.
Oh.
And they were talking about their favorites, and they're guessing what was going to be on the list. And,
Okay.
and one of the guys on there that I don't really care for, because he is kind of pretentious. He goes, "Well, my favorite is 2001: Space Odyssey."
Are you
I was like,
kidding
I'm like,
with
"Of
me?"
fucking course it is.
Okay.
Of fucking course
Well, your
it is."
opinion is terrible, so.
I was like, "Of course
Yeah.
you like that movie. Don't even."
I
talk to
mean,
me.
not everyone who likes it is pretentious. I do have a couple friends who are really, really great people, and they love that movie.
They're just
It's just,
misguided.
there's a lot of people who are like, oh, it's the best movie in the world. How can
No.
you not like it? He's such a genius. And I'm
I
like,
have
also, Stanley
taste.
Kubrick was a very, very mean director to a lot of people. So.
He essentially devolved into like. She had like a mental
Oh, during
breakdown.
the Shining. Yeah,
Yes.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a dick to her. And Shelley Duvall, lovely lady.
National treasure.
Evidently, she tells some
Bedtime
good
stories.
bedtime
She
stories.
tells
yeah.
some really good.
Well,
now, your
Rotten Island.
Oh, I have to tell you this one. Your father downloaded TikTok.
What?
Once it's getting banned?
I know. Now that it's getting banned, he actually has TikTok on his phone. But he literally was so mad. He's like, I have to create an account. I have to register. I was like, yes, that's how social media works. He was so
That's how
mad.
they get your
But he-
information.
Right, but he actually did it. I couldn't believe it. And he's sitting there watching the draft and TikTok at the same time. I'm like, dude, pick one. Okay, pick one. But
The man who watched YouTube on Safari,
right.
he wouldn't even
Instead of
download the
using the app.
YouTube app.
So now he
which
has-
you don't need an account
It's-
for.
He has
it's
YouTube.
It already comes pre-downloaded on phones.
It does now.
It does.
All right. Well, I don't know about you guys. It's my mom's gonna say the end now.
Okay.
He did it. I screwed it up the last time, so it's only fitting that you screwed it up this time.
It's
Okay,
I've never screwed up the
All
ending before.
because she's never done it. Okay, well, I guess adios, muchachos. We're out.
You didn't even say the law. What are we saying, Anna?
Made me choke.
You made
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but after this, I'm gonna need some serious beef.
I'm gonna choke.